First of all, very good morning.
Very good morning. How are you?
Yes, I am totally fine. Thank you. What about you?
And I'm doing great. And thanks for asking. So first of all, I should give my intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you know that my name is Rajpal. I'm from UP and my district name is Rampur, and I have completed my master with political science. And with that, I'm prepared for the civil service. My hobby is reading books, playing badminton, and diary writing. So it is all about me. So give you a little bit your intro.
Okay, thank you. So I should also introduce myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, my name is Saraswati, and I am from Mumbai. And nowadays I am a homemaker and simultaneously running my YouTube channel also. Yeah, that's all about me. And this is my
It is
brief
great.
introduction.
It is great. And
Yeah.
so I think now we are, turning towards our next
Yeah.
topic, which is I think it was the role of women and importance of the women in the Indian society.
Yeah. Role of women in our Indian society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we start? So who should start first? At first?
If you want, you can.
No, please you can.
Okay. So in our Indian society, as like women, it is like a male dominating society. But means men have more power and status than women. And if we talk about like Indus Valley civilization, so at that time, women have more equal rights and status in society.
Yeah.
But later Vedic period, like they decreasing that, and after that nowadays women are equally participating in education, sports, entertainment, art and culture, and after that media, means science, technology. Now women are taking part in every field.
Absolutely correct. So that in your first remark you pointed out that the women's situation in the ancient India. You pointed out I think in the valley
Indus
civilization.
Valley
So
civilization. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I know very well. So the women condition at that point of time was pretty good, but and then you pointed out that the women situation in the women condition in the Vedic age. So I think
Yeah.
that the Vedic period has been divided into two parts. The first
Yeah.
we call it is the early Vedic period, and then the next is the later Vedic period. So
Later
the
period.
women, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the women condition in early Vedic period was very good compared to later, because in the early Vedic period women were allowed to take part in the educations, and they had the freedom to run the family, and there was like political structure where the women participation was the huge. But as we moved over the later women later Vedic period, so the importance and the role of the woman started by decreasing. So I think this is I just want to give you little correction in that regard. And now if you look at the present structure of the women in Indian society, I think it is I think fluctuating compared to the like the what we had in the like the previous times. For example, nowadays you can see that I think the our president is also a woman, and even our finance minister is also a woman,
Yeah.
and but the sad point is that that although we are like the woman is the half of this country, but the
Hmm.
representation of the woman in the political structure is very less compared to the male. For example, right now we have more than I think 28 states, and only one state has the woman chief minister, which is the West Bengal. And other
Hmm.
than the West Bengal, there is known any state where the woman has a chief minister. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the political structure, the woman's role is you can say decrease compared to like the what we what we should be in the reality. Because I think that there may be the various reasons, but when we look at the education and sport, I think where the women are doing very great things. So it is
Yeah.
my point.
Not only education and sports, even entertainment also, media also, there are women, even
Yeah.
science field. And nowadays women are also running business.
Yeah,
Yes,
and there are, yeah, and I think like even I just noticed that whenever the boards exam result come out, so we just see that girls are doing the greater than the boys, and they
yes,
are the take the top you can say the top place compared to the like the like the students by students. So I think they are doing the great, because it is as you pointed out that Indian society is the pataki society. So because there is a notion that the women and the girls both are the they know bigger than the
yes,
male. So I think this is the, you can say, the wrong notion among the people, but now we can see that how they are doing the great compared to male and the. So I
yeah.
think, so now, yes. So I'm just asking the one question: have you ever like in your life, whether it is the school life and the college life, have you faced like any kind of the discrimination based on the gender, that you are the girl, so you can't do that things, and like something like that?
Uh, no,
Because
not more, because my father treated me and my brother equally. So I didn't feel like that.
yeah,
Never.
but
In our
that,
school, in our college time, in our where I was working. So I think I didn't felt like that.
yeah, but you got my point wrong, because I didn't ask about the family, because in the family, non-family member bond to they could keep the doubt on yourself. I ask about the outside the family, whether it is in your school, college
Uh,
life, and
I
with your
told you
friends.
everything, like in our in family also, and in school time, college time, and where I was working there also. I
Yeah,
was never treated as a woman.
yeah, good, because
Yeah,
it's happened that it may be not in your case, but it's happened generally that people look at
yes,
the girls as that they are not able to do certain things. So that is
yes.
why I asked
I think
question to
I
you.
was treated more respectfully in our means where I was working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so like the, if right now we are talking about the role of women, so I just want to say one thing that before like talking to you, I have I think search for many other person to talk to in English language. So most of the person with whom I have talked all are the women. You can say fake notion that they have everything and they can do with everything, so they don't take the things very seriously. But when women come to the what we can say their will, so they can achieve anything. For example, i
yes,
just sent you a, I just sent you the cutting of the that newspaper, so you can see that
yes.
that she
It's a
just
great
start by learning.
example. You know,
Yeah,
it's a very
yeah,
means present example of like women in India nowadays
yeah,
are
yeah,
doing
yeah,
a great job, and it's a
yeah,
great example of Yashoda Bell.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the more importantly, there is a, you can say, a lesson for those women who sometimes I think you have observed, you have watched on the like the social media side, that sometimes it's happened that like that women also leave their husband in the very midway. So
hmm,
like I think you haven't like the read this the entire story. I read it that her husband was, I think, got accident, and then she start thinking to give the push to her family, and then he, I think he got the, I think, the phone, and then he started by learning the English language by himself. And now I
are
think,
you talking about Yashoda Bell?
yeah, yeah, and it
Yeah,
is written
actually,
in
I
the news.
heard that story. Means after
Yeah,
the
it is,
accident of his her husband, she
yeah.
started her journey.
Actually it is written in the newspaper, so that is why I'm telling you.
Not even her own video. She told the story.
Yeah, yeah, so she
Yeah,
was yes, because I think he told in the newspaper, so that is I'm telling you. So so I think it is a great combinations of the Indian civilization and Indian society, that how Indian society work when like
yeah,
the any kind of the mischievous things come to like any family member, so how the women take the responsibility
yes,
to come out from that. I think this is
yes.
prime
You know,
example of that.
she is very hardworking lady, and she very sincere with her work, and with her studies. She's very consistent with that.
Yeah. Actually, I
Yeah,
also sent a email ID to her to talk to her. I think few days ago, but so far I didn't got the her her response. I think it may be that she's in the busy, but I would
yeah.
try to. And even a month ago, I also tried to send an email
Because
ID, but
she's
at the time,
very busy, her schedule is very busy, and
yeah,
after doing all these activities, like learning this language and uploading videos on YouTube channels, she also means help her family in farm also.
yeah. And I also watch her videos, and I have uh, observe one thing very 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 clearly that that she like she don't have any kind of ego, that she haven't so much fluency, she will not talk to anyone, because it's happened that there are many other girls who are earning, I think, hefty money from the YouTube by learning this language. If you try to connect them, they even they don't reply, and they think
Yes,
that they are very genius. So I think
yes.
but she have
No,
like
no,
a kind of the
she
humble.
is very humble lady,
Yeah.
and I had conversation with her.
So I thought that I have sent this story to all those with whom I have conversation. So that is why I'm getting the message from all those whom to I send this
Yes.
story.
No, no, she's very humble lady, and I like her very much. And I think many of the women inspired by her only.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when I read her story, so I also got the goosebump, because I think she had just 12 pass, and her fluency and her way of the talking to her and her expression, and there is nothing like any kind of fear while talking to others. So I think it is great.
Yeah.
So we are moving to our the what I would call it is a topic. So it was the woman. So how do you look at the woman representation in the politics, that how does women playing their own card in the politics? Do you think that women has the like the enough and the sufficient role in the Indian society in from the political point of view? Because if you look at the Indian polity, so the women don't have such it's the representation and the reservation in the politics, because there are the few women in the parliament and even in the state legislature. So what do you think that should women take the part in the politics?
Yeah, why not? Women should participate in politics, and I think there will some rule passed for like 30% reservation in politics. So it is
Yeah,
very good opportunity for women, and women can can make a good reform in our society, in our Indian culture. Mhm. But
okay.
nowadays the women are taking part in every field, as I told you earlier, and it is good thing because they have a great contribution in our economy, in our economy also.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that it is good that women are taking the active part in that, but at the same time we should not forget that if you look at and we make the comparison between the boy and girls from the education point of view, so we see that the representation of the girls is very less compared to the boys. So because what is the reasons? Because we also see because in my case, when I was in the my intermediate, so at that point of time, I think in my class there were, I think, more than 20 girls, and most of them now having got the merit.
Hmm.
And no, and we are just uh, we are those who were the boys, and we are doing the like I study and sub are on the job, but all the girls have been got the merit. So what do you
Hmm.
think that by the parent get the merit to their like the like girls at the very earliest age, and they don't think that they should pursue their educations furthermore?
I think in village area it happens, but in village area, rural area it happens, but in so city area, like parents are well means educated also, so they provide education to their girls, to their daughters, and
But in,
there are very less parents who means who got means who allow their girls for marriage. Otherwise, nowadays every parents are very aware and they are getting more education to their daughters.
yeah, but sometimes I also meet too many girls and who also don't take interest in the getting the education further. They think that there's nothing point to the further study, and after all they have to get the married
It
because they
depends
have.
on person also, because there are many girls like as we are giving the example of Yasuda Ben. She is also married, and after married, she has started their journey. She started her journey, and it depends on person also. What we think about education,
True.
it depends on our mentality also. Like there are many girls and women, and after married and after means their children, they studied and they are on good position also. What you will say in conclusion about the role of women in our society?
Yeah, so I feel that it is true that women are taking active part in the politics, but because I have observed it, so that is why I'm telling you that in the villages and even sometimes it's happen in the even the state level politics and the national level politics, that although women get the like the like the seats like the MP and MLA, even the in the rural background we call it is the pradhan, but the actual the handle which is taken by it is like her husband, because although it is true that he is contesting the election, but but she get the bag from her husband. So this kind of the hypocrisy should not be in the place. If women are taking the part, so they should have the full freedom to choose whatever is correct or
Yes,
incorrect. But nowadays it's
yes.
happen in the politics. I think that should not be anyway, because if like suppose that if you are like a woman taking like by different point of view with her husband, and her husband is compelling her to not do that thing, so how we can say
Mhm.
that women are taking active part? So this is not, this is like a kind of scapegoat,
Yes,
so this should not be. And of course as I pointed out that in the it is just politics where the women are getting leg, and other than like the education, sport, and more importantly in administrations, women are doing very get even the better than the their counterpart male. So
yeah,
it is what I feel. But I very much optimistic about the things that the things will be better, because as the women will be educated and they will be advance in the society, advance in the politics, we they will also get the rid of that kind of the
yeah,
compulsion. So this is what I feel.
yes.
And what is your point of view?
Yeah, as you know, women are active part in every field. So yeah, there are gender discrimination and women's harassment. Some rape cases are there. Otherwise, women are very active in every part.
Yeah,
So
you
these
know
things should not happen, and there should be a strict rule for women's safety.
yeah, but it is good that women are doing everything fine, but at the same time there are the few women which are uh, sometimes take very like they try to put the fake case against the male, because it's happened that in the society, even it's happened with my family. So that is I'm telling you that, because all women are not devis, because there are some
Yes,
what we call, yeah, so there are some evils
they are
in them.
taking the. We can say that they are taking the disadvantage of the
Yeah,
policies.
yeah, and the freedom of the which is given by the governments, and there are the few laws in our constitution. Sometimes they take the avail of that,
Even
and they misuse.
90 plus cases of
Yeah.
dowry are false cases.
Yeah, it is absolutely true, because I also got from the newspaper that the most of the cases which are on the sometime it be seen in the family violence, because domestic violence they are totally fake. There's nothing truth about that
Yeah.
at all. But yes, the ease teasing is totally correct. It's happen in the India, and we see that even we sometimes we walk on the street, so we see that the woman face the ease teasing. but the domestic violence, most of the cases are false.
yes,
So that is the reason that sometimes women, get the disadvantage of that, because sometimes police also understand that all women are, like that. So sometimes they also have to face the, you can say, disadvantage of that.
yes. And I think for that, there will be some rule for like male person also for their
Yeah, true.
safety. Yeah.
I want to tell you one very interesting thing, that in our India there is a commission, like the National Women Commission,
Mm-hmm.
Women Ayog. But so if we want to equality, so there should also be the male commission. So because in the women, where the National Women Commission Ayog, where the women can register their problems, whatever they are
Uh-huh.
facing. But
Okay.
when the male are harassed by the women, so there should also be Ayog and commission, so
Yeah.
that yeah. So if we want to the equality, so the
Yes.
equality should be at every level.
Yes. Because
And
that is necessary thing, I think nowadays.
yeah,
Yeah.
because there was a leader from any political party, he also raised the same things, that if there is a woman, the women commission, so why there should not be the male commission.
Yeah.
I think it is very
It should
valid
be.
point. Yeah, it
Yeah, it
must
should
be.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.